what's going on, Baker? Welcome back to another Elestrals video. Today, we're doing a bit of a weird one. I saw a comment on this and I was like, you know what, maybe I should make a tutorial video about this. I'm going to be showing you guys how to put Elestrals cards into Tabletop Simulator. And this can be done in a lot of different ways. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of different ways, but in Tabletop Simulator, you do not need to have the Elestrals Tabletop mod. You do not need to have that. You can do this completely by yourself. It's not that hard, but it can be somewhat time consuming depending on how many cards you're trying to put in. So let's just get right into the tutorial. So right away, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to go up here to the, you're going to want to go to the Elestrals website, and you're going to want to go up here to cards. You're going to click on this, and you're going to look for whatever card you're looking for. Since this is more so a Daybreak video, since that is the newest released, well, not released, but it's the newest set, we're going to go into Daybreak, because a lot of you guys are going to be wanting to do some Daybreak testing, I'm assuming, so you can go into Daybreak and just look at what you got. You can look for whatever card in here that you want. So for example, if you're playing a Celestleo deck, you can go ahead and grab your Nebuleo, your Leo Brights, and your Celestleo. So for example, let's go ahead and actually grab a copy of Celestleo. In here, you're going to see a picture of the Celestleo, and on the right, once it loads, you're going to see the actual Celestleo's effect. We do not care about the right side, we care just about this. What you're going to want to do, you're going to right click on it and click Open Image in New Tab. That is going to open it in a brand new tab, and then all you're going to have to do once you're here, right click it, click Save Image As, and save it to your Downloads folder. Or, I shouldn't say save it to your Downloads folder, save it to wherever you want to put it. I have stuff in here like Elestrals PNGs, which I'll get into in a second, but I like putting it in Downloads and then putting it into Elestrals PNGs, and I'll show you why. The reason why, as you can see right here, it does this, it puts it as a web page file. Now, for anyone that knows anything about web page files, they are not really compatible with a whole lot. So what we're going to have to do is convert this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to, we're just going to search online, web page to PNG. The one that I've seen that's the best is freeconvert.com. This is just a whole lot better. There are some out there that like you go to convert a file and it cuts you off after you hit a certain amount. So far, I haven't seen it from this website. The worst I've seen this do, if you put too many cards in, it only will convert 5 at a time. But the conversion process does not take that long, so it's not that bad. Literally, all you do is convert it right here into a web page. Oh, sorry, from web page to PNG, so output would be PNG, and you're going to go ahead and convert that. Once it's finished converting, you're just going to go ahead and download it. It will get put straight into your Downloads folder. And you're going to go ahead into your Downloads folder, and there you go. There is your PNG file of Celestleo. You have it just right there. Perfect stuff. Now what you're going to do, you're going to put this wherever you want. So for me, I like putting in Elestrals PNGs. This is just a folder that I have in my desktop that just has a bunch of PNGs of all the things that I see. I already have Celestleo actually in here, but it's totally fine. I can quickly just show you guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually rename this. You don't need to rename it, but for organization purposes, we're going to go ahead and rename it into Celestleo. And we're going to go ahead, drag and drop that in here. Again, I already have the Celestleo right here, but I will just, for the sake of it, replace file and destination, because it is literally the exact same file, basically. The one other thing you might see in here, I have this card back file. So what you're going to want to do, if you want to get the card back, go into Daybreak. If you're watching this in the future for like set 4 or whatever, but you still want to get this card back, you might not be able to see it in here. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to scroll on down until we find one of these. We're going to click on this, and it's going to show a card that has yet to be revealed. And therefore, it's the back of the card. And this is going to be the exact same thing. Open image in new tab. We're going to go ahead, save image as. We're going to do the same thing. It's going to download it as a web page file. We convert it to a PNG, and then we put it right on in here. All of these files should be 825 by 1125 in terms of dimension, pixel size. So once you have all that, you're good to go. If you are watching this in the future and the card back is not available, I will leave a link in the description where you can just go ahead and download the PNG of the card back. You don't have to use this though. You can use literally whatever image you want for the card back. This is just an example of something you could do. So once you have your card, you can go ahead and open up your Tabletop Simulator. So let's go ahead and find Tabletop Simulator right here. So we're going to go create, and we're just going to make a single player game just for now. If you want to do this with friends, you can make multiplayer. It's totally fine. And then it doesn't matter what you actually put in. You can do this on literally whatever you want. If you have the Elestrals stuff in here, then that's totally fine. But just for the sake of it, we're just going to go classic, and we're just going to go custom because we don't care. We're just going to delete basically all of this, and it's going to be just all of that gone. We don't need any of that. That's totally fine. Who cares? What we're going to do now, we're going to go into objects here at the top. We're going to go components. We're going to go, where is it? Cards. And we're going to spawn a custom card. It's going to pull this up for the custom card, the face and the back. So for back, this is just going to be whatever you want in the back. So I'm just going to use that card. Oh, crap. Actually, hang on. I have the game capture pulled up. Let me put in the display capture. There you go. So for me, it's just going to be the card back right here. I'm just going to use the card back. It's going to ask where I want it to be loaded to, the cloud or local. It doesn't really matter. If you're playing in local, though, if you're playing multiplayer, like if you're playing this with your friends, upload it to the cloud. And you're going to upload the file into wherever. So just card back, uploaded somewhere. So load that one in. And in the face is whatever card you want to put in. So we're going to go hit in here, and we're going to grab the Celestial that we just added. We're going to put it on the cloud again, upload. And once we do that, we can click import, and we have our Elestrals card right here. If we flip it over, there's the back of the card, and there we go. If we want to play with 3 copies of this card, we can just spawn in 2 more of it, and now we have 3 copies of that card in the deck. And if you do this enough times, you will eventually be able to just grab for example, Chronodile deck. The cards here are much bigger because the Elestrals mod requires that. Now, one thing I will say about this, you can probably see it right here. If I hover over it, there is this little lip that is basically, that's additional parts of the image that just, for whatever reason, got left on. For anyone that knows a little bit more about for file formats and stuff like that, you might know why. I personally am not too keen on it. I don't really know why. If it annoys you, you can just crop it out. However, it doesn't affect the card at all. It's the exact same, and it just does all of that. So if you want to just do that, it's totally fine. Just basically leave it alone because it doesn't really affect it. But now here you go. So here is my current version of Chronodile. You can look on through. There's some dense fog, some Shield of Achilles are in here. Jatagwas, Altar of Stars, Tadpuffs, all of this, Sundial, and all that. One thing I will say though, if you do go and download the Gorgon's Gaze, do not do what I did and use the Kickstarter version, because this card has been errated. A lot of these cards have actually been errated from Kickstarter. Do use the first edition one, because if you use Kickstarter, it's not going to have suppressed as a keyword on any of them. So make sure you do actually use first edition if you are looking to do this. And there you go. That's basically the deck. And I can even go through, and you guys can see there's a Gnomodile, there's some Sundials, there's Plucky, there's Foamy, there's Tadpuff, all of that. If I go through here, there's a bunch of Leviathans. Eventually it's gonna go into Luminape, and then some Owloons, all of that fun stuff. That, it's basically that easy. Just the only time-consuming part about this is actually going through the Elestrals website, grabbing all the files that you want to put into Tabletop Simulator. That part can be kind of annoying because if you're trying to make an entire deck, you have to grab 20 different cards and then converting all of them, putting all of them in, because yes, in order to put all these cards in, for example, let's say I actually did in fact have this custom card, put it in on the card back. I'll put it in as the face. I'll just use a Galaxy, for example. Let's say though I had this Galaxy, and I also I'm using this Galaxy in a Chronodile deck. What I could do, I'm playing 3 copies of Galaxy, so there's 3 of them there. Spawn a Galaxy over here. Right click on it, click custom, and just right here you can change the face in the back of the card. Click on face and grab your Chronodile, which is going to be right here. Upload it to the cloud, import, and there you go. There's the Chronodile. So you can just copy it and do that, and you just basically use this card as your, this is the annoying part though. Like, you do have to do this for every single card. Once you get into the rhythm of it, it's not too bad, but it can be a little time consuming. That's like the one downside to this. It takes a little bit of time, but once you get into the groove of it, it's not that bad. You just do this, have some music in the background, whatever you want to do, and just go ahead, get all your cards in Tabletop Simulator. It's this easy. It's just a little time consuming. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. We hope you did enjoy it. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more. Hope to see all you guys in the next video. Goodbye.